Deep space was silent. The patrol ship Virex 9 drifted slowly near a dead star system at the edge of map space. Nothing lived here. No signals. No trade routes. No reason to stop. Lieutenant Aaron watched the sensor display with tired eyes. Another empty scan. Then the alarm sounded. A low pulse echoed through the ship. Unknown energy detected, the system announced. The crew straightened in their seats. Captain Arvell leaned forward. Source: not matching any known technology, Aaron replied. Signal is ancient. Outside the view screen, darkness shifted. At first it looked like a shadow. Then the shadow moved. Something massive emerged from the void, silent, black, and larger than any warship in the Galactic Registry. No engine glow. No heat signature. No movement thrusters. Yet it was moving. The crew stared in disbelief. Begin full scan, the captain ordered. Waves of blue light spread across the structure. Strange markings covered its surface, worn by time but still glowing faintly beneath the dust of ages. The scan completed. Aaron's hands froze above the console. Captain, you need to see this. The bridge lights dimmed as the results appeared. Origin identification. Human. Silence filled the bridge. That's impossible, someone whispered. Humans were a minor species. Young, unimportant, barely spacefaring. But before anyone could speak again, a deep vibration rolled through space. The massive construct began to awaken. Lines of ancient light ignited across its surface. Energy levels spiked. Then a signal burst from the structure, powerful, directed, and fast. Aaron's voice shook. It's transmitting to somewhere outside the galaxy. Seconds passed. Then the reply came. A signal answered from the dark between galaxies, and the ancient war construct began to move. The signal from the ancient construct spread across the galactic network within minutes. Every major command station received the same alert. Unknown structure. Unknown power. Human origin. Panic moved faster than light. On the capital world of the Orion Union, the High Council gathered in an emergency session. Leaders argued over the meaning of the transmission. Humans were not known for ancient technology. They were new to space. Weak. Divided. So how could something older than the Galactic Archives carry their signature? Unlock restricted archives, Chancellor Viral ordered. The chamber fell silent. Those archives had remained sealed for over 2 million years. Layers of security broke one by one. Ancient files opened. Dust-covered star maps appeared. Symbols no one used anymore. Records from a forgotten era. Then the truth surfaced. Long before the current civilizations rose, the galaxy had been ruled by beings known only as the Old Powers. They did not build armies. They built species. One file displayed a genetic blueprint, altered, refined, engineered for survival, strength, and adaptation. Species designation. Human. Purpose. Biological war asset. Gasps filled the chamber. They were created, a council member whispered. Another file followed. Deployment status. Incomplete. Control protocols. Lost. Creators. Vanished. No record explained why the old powers disappeared. No record explained why their weapons were left behind. Until now, because the signal from the ancient construct was not random. It was a beacon, and deep beyond the rim of the galaxy, something had received it. Energy storms began to form in intergalactic darkness. Ancient gateways flickered back to life. The old powers were returning, and they were coming to reclaim what they had created. Earth did not know about the signal sent from deep space. Life moved as usual. Cities were loud. Traffic filled the roads. Screens glowed in every home. Then the satellites began to fail. One by one, communication networks flickered. GPS signals drifted. Aircraft systems reset without warning. Engineers blamed solar interference. But the sun was calm. That night, strange lights appeared in the sky. Green and violet waves shimmered above deserts, oceans, and crowded cities. Far from the polar regions where such lights belonged, people stopped and stared upward. Across the world, animals grew restless. Birds changed direction mid-flight. Dogs barked at empty air. Deep beneath the surface of the earth, something stirred. Buried structures hidden for thousands of years began to awaken. Metallic chambers vibrated under mountains. Silent machines beneath the oceans hummed for the first time since prehistory. No one had built them. No one knew they existed. Inside a military base in Nevada, seismic monitors detected rhythmic pulses below ground. Not an earthquake, the technician said nervously. It's patterned. At the same moment, every radio frequency on Earth went silent. Phones lost signal. Televisions froze. Then a sound spread across the planet. A low tone, deep, resonant, impossible to locate. People covered their ears, but the sound was not outside. It was inside their minds. The tone shifted into words. Not spoken, not heard, understood. War protocol activated. Across continents, soldiers stiffened. Their heart rates accelerated. Their breathing steadied. Fear faded. Something ancient moved within their blood. Instincts sharpened. Reflexes heightened. A memory not learned, but inherited, began to rise. Humanity did not panic. Humanity awakened. And far beneath the oceans, the first ancient war machine opened its eyes. Beyond the outer edge of the galaxy, where mapped stars fade into cold darkness, space began to bend. At first it was only a distortion, a ripple spreading to the void like heat above sand. Then the darkness tore open. Light without color spilled into the abyss as enormous shapes pushed through the rupture between galaxies. They were not ships in the normal sense. They were structures the size of moons. Their surfaces shifted like living metal. Rings of energy rotated slowly around them. Gravity twisted in unnatural patterns as they emerged into real space. Ancient gateways, silent for millions of years, flared back to life to guide their arrival. Across the galaxy, observatories went dark as instruments overloaded. No civilization possessed technology on this scale. Panic spread through star systems as the objects moved inward with calm, unstoppable precision. They did not hurry. They did not hesitate. They advanced like returning rulers. Then the first transmission was received. It did not travel by radio or light. It appeared inside command networks, carved directly into data streams as if it had always been there. We have returned. Military fleets scrambled into defensive positions. Planetary shields activated. Emergency protocols flooded communication channels. A second line appeared. Biological war assets. Return to control. Translation confirmed across every known language. The message was directed at one species. Human. On Earth. The skies remained quiet. No invasion fleets. No orbital weapons. No immediate threat. Only silence. But deep beneath the surface, ancient machines continued to awaken. And in orbit around the moon, dormant structures turned slowly toward deep space. Watching. Waiting. Preparing. For the first time in millions of years, the creators had returned, and they expected their weapons to obey. The message and returning powers echoed across Earth, though no speaker broadcast it. Still, humans understood, not with their ears, with something deeper. Inside military bases, soldiers stood motionless as new data flowed through their minds. They saw battle formations they had never studied. They understood tactics from wars that had never been recorded. A young officer lowered his rifle and whispered, "I know this. I don't know how, but I know this." Across the world, similar moments unfolded. Pilots reacted faster than simulation training allowed. Engineers sketched unknown energy systems without reference. Submarine crews detected deep ocean structures that had never appeared on any map. Humanity was remembering. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, a mountain-sized shape shifted under layers of sediment. Metal plates separated. Ancient engines hummed. Water boiled as power returned after ages of silence. On the moon, hidden beneath gray dust, geometric towers rose slowly toward the stars. Their surfaces glowed with the same ancient light seen on the construct near the dead star system. Galactic observers watched in disbelief. Human industry accelerated beyond known limits. New alloys formed in orbital factories. Energy signatures unknown to science ignited across shipyards. Yet Earth did not declare war. There were no threats, no speeches, no panic, only preparation. In a training yard in northern Europe, a veteran soldier removed his helmet and looked at the sky. "We were never meant to be ruled," he said quietly. Around the planet, buried war machines continued to rise, not as relics, not as tools, but as parts of something awakening. Humanity was not changing. Humanity was remembering what it had always been. The ancient vessels of the old powers reached the outer boundary of the solar system and slowed. They did not form attack lines. They did not deploy weapons. They waited. To them, this system was not an enemy stronghold. It was a storage site. Earth rotated in silence beneath scattered clouds. Civilian broadcasts continued. Lights glowed across the night side of the planet. No panic, no evacuation, only stillness. Then the old powers transmitted again. Weapons of war returned to primary command. The message spread through space like a law of nature. Seconds passed. Nothing moved. Mars remained silent. Earth did not respond. The moon drifted quietly in orbit. Then the lunar surface cracked. From the shadowed side, vast structures rose into space. Towers unfolded into armored frameworks. Rings of light ignited, forming weapons older than recorded time. Sensors across the ancient fleet registered sudden energy spikes. Before analysis could complete, the dark side of the moon opened further. War constructs emerged in disciplined formation. Hundreds, then thousands. Their design carried ancient architecture, but something had changed. Their power signatures were stronger, their systems more advanced, adapted, evolved. At the same moment, Earth's ocean split in massive spirals as submerged war machines rose toward the surface. Orbital shipyards released newly forged vessels, sliding silently into formation. Human fleets did not rush forward. They formed a defensive perimeter around their world. The old powers transmitted again, but for the first time, their signal hesitated. Designation error. A reply left Earth orbit. Calm. Steady. Human. We are not your weapons. Across the solar system, human war constructs locked into position. Ancient engines awakened fully. Stars reflected across armored hulls. And for the first time since their return, the old powers detected something unexpected. Not obedience. Resistance. The war they had designed humanity to fight was no longer theirs to command.